Good morning. My name is Adebola, and along with me today I have four of my colleagues from the business and law school of University of East London. We're students from the Human Resource Management Department, and today we are here to show you a presentation about innovation at Volkswagen. The title of our presentation is Innovation and Technology, a Fascinating Challenge at Volkswagen. Our presentation will be based on the simplified model of the innovation process. We shall be discussing the success and the failure of innovation in a competitive market where Volkswagen operates. We'll be discussing the process that might result in the above, looking at the following examples. We shall be discussing the 4 stages of the innovation process, which is the first stage, and which is known as this how where Volkswagen sources for the innovation. The next stage is how they select the right innovation idea. Then we'll move on to the 3rd stage, which is implementing the innovation, and the final stage, how they capture innovation, the benefits that they derive from innovation. I will continue by just making a brief statement about the mission statement of Volkswagen, which is to continue meeting the customers' values, to continue meeting customers' wishes for individual and affordable mobility through sustainable technologies by working together with their partners in order to achieve this goal. Of course, we cannot talk about where Volkswagen is now without talking about where they started from. The Volkswagen was set up by Nazi leader in 1937, and his aim then was to make sure that everyone in Germany had a car. And from its inception in 1937 to 2016, it has gone on to be the largest car maker in the world, producing approximately about 41,000 vehicles daily. Volkswagen has been able to achieve this by the number of their workforce, which is about 590,000 employees. And from the production of its first car, which is the B2, Volkswagen has produced 45 more models, amongst which is the Golf GTI, an example of innovation in this presentation.
I will start talking about sources of innovation in Volkswagen. Volkswagen research bases can look back on a long tradition of research vehicles. Numerous innovations, including the parking system, DSG gearbox, twin drive, or ET, today feature in serious vehicles. These are the result of teamwork throughout the research divisions in Volkswagen, the internal source of innovation for this company. The Science Award for Electrochemistry encouraged first-class science and engineers in the workplace to develop high-performance energy devices for storage. Volkswagen has partnerships who aim to help the company in its innovation projects. One example is the emission kit which was designed by Bosch and bought by Volkswagen. The People's Car project was developed in China and allowed 450 million internet users to discuss their ideas about vehicles and mobility. The project exceeded expectation with over 14 million online visitors, creating over 250,000 car ideas. This is an example of using customers' feedback as source of innovation. The company constantly learns from its competitors, which some of them are Peugeot and Citroën. The innovation strategy in Volkswagen. The only constant in today's world is change. In this world, Volkswagen brings moving ideas to the road, like the fastest sport car in the world or the most economical car of all times. The company's innovation strategy is incremental, evolution, not revolution, a change method which reduced risk for Volkswagen and brought their success through dedication and teamwork. Volkswagen is positioning itself at the forefront of the automotive change with the Future Trucks project. This project early recognized new technologies and new social trends. Company's innovation is a response to customers' needs. Therefore, it focused on electromobility and the digitalization of vehicles. Today, in 2014, the company invested 11.5 billion in research and development, and today over 46,000 researchers and developers and over 10,000 IT experts are working at the mobility of the future. The company has the largest CO2 fleet.
Yeah, as my colleague mentioned, we need to look at the process of innovation, how this organization, Volkswagen, select their right innovation. We need to look at their resource and capabilities, how they use this to utilize their resource and capabilities to select the right innovation. We have to look at how the company use their financial power, their physical production line. Going back on the financial power, we find out that the company made the net profit of over 11 million euros by the year 2014. The company also has prided itself with its capabilities when it comes to research and development, when it comes to the how they innovate new products, and also how they operate, which enables them to source innovative ideas across the globe. Also looking at their implementing of innovation ideas, the organization has, before the diesel scandal, the organization had a poor organizational development, which was much based on the climate of fear, where the researchers didn't have the ability to come up with the innovative ideas without the involvement of the management. But after the diesel scandal, that was changed, where the researchers now have the freedom of enjoying their research and coming up with new developmental and innovative ideas. When we look at the product concept, we identify that the organization now works with their partnership in alliance when it comes to developing, as we looked at the example of the diesel emission sheet, which was sourced externally, but again used internally in a wrong way. Also, we look at the market size of the organization. The company prides itself with almost 12.9% of the market share in the European Union. And also globally, the company also prides itself with almost 13.5% of the market share, which is the largest chunk in the motor industry. As I mentioned already, again, that is as a result of their financial capability and also having the largest motor plants. We have given the example in China, where they now have a mass production and also enabling them to be the highest on the market.
At Volkswagen, changes in the products offered to the customers. GTA has been delivering affordable choice and has secured itself as a place as a great performance car. Golf GTA was an innovation project inventing the hot hat category and amazing driving experience. Now the Golf GTA created even better driving experience that allows you to create music as you drive. The innovation app, also called the Play the Road, reads how and where you drive, translating it into music so you can create unique music which you drive in real time. On the other hand, the GTA changed in the way it was created over the 40 years of application. For example, in 2003, the model MK5 had a twin-charge petrol engine. The next model in 2008 has a new body and shape, a styling which was able to be easier produced. While in 2012, the latest model was 100 kilograms lighter than the others. Due to the 6 emission standards came into force from the EU in 2014, Volkswagen has set the goal to become the most sustainable car maker by 2018. To be able to reach this point, they've created a new innovation which is called Team Blue Environmental Strategy. Team Blue Environmental Strategy is able to save fuel as you stop, accelerate, brake, drive, or move.
Yes, thank you. As my previous presenter was talking about the benefits, my section will cover innovation and risks. As probably you're aware, innovation can be very interesting, but when things are not going wrong, it can be a moment for worry. So here, as we see Volkswagen, something went wrong, and we are talking about the engine scandal. I will take you through the impact it had on the company and how was it managed, and more so I'll look at the implication of this scandal to the entire company. So we need to know what caused this scandal. When we go to how the actual cause of it, it started as a way of whistleblowing. One of could have been a member of Volkswagen, an employee, or any member of the public who decided to whistleblow, and it came to be known to so many areas. So the emission scandal was caused by the culture of rule breaking after engineers who decided to cheat when they could not hit pollution control standards, and cars were fitted with emission cheating device, falsely taken to be a further driven innovation in combustion, aiming to reflect real driving emission. So now I'll talk briefly on the impact of the scandal. Of course, when it happened, the story ran to different parts of the world. As you know, Volkswagen is globally located. So in this regard, it tarnished the reputation and suffered really very bad, as it was everywhere in the media. People could read it, and it was really a very testing period. And as a result also, the management faced fundamental reforms due to culture of blame. They tried to find which management, which department was responsible for this scandal. And as a result of this, there was a lot of changes. As you all know, Volkswagen ranks very high in terms of shares, but of course at that very time when the scandal published, there was a very sharp drop of shares on world scale in in New York, in London. Those who were trading on shares could not even bother. Volkswagen also suspended the research and development chief, as people suspected that this was the department which was responsible for the scandal. And as a matter of investigation also, they had to find a number of employees who were sent on leave, so that they did not, the company never wanted them to interfere the process of investigation. So how was the scandal managed? So here, the top executives and all the stakeholders started panicking. They were thinking of how to maintain the reputation of the company. At the same time, they were also worried of how to clear this kind of mess in the company. So Volkswagen had it, first of all, to make sure that the customers had could not suffer. So they called all the cars to fix the problem, and they were also well prepared to set money aside to cover the damages, as it was a very big scandal everywhere. So the Volkswagen also set money to meet the fines, because they could not ignore it. Had a very serious implications in the legal areas. So money was set aside to meet the fines. I will now invite Bill, who will give us a conclusion. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Daudi. In conclusion, the purpose of this presentation was to look at how the organization deals with the process of innovation, how they select the right innovation, how they implement it, and how they benefit from the innovation. So, going through the presentation again, I may wish to conclude that Golf presents the success story of Volkswagen, because Golf was designed with no class in mind, and the innovation still remains top of the range in the motor industry. The rich, the poor, the young and the old can still enjoy the driving thrill of the Golf GTI. We also looked at the resource and capabilities of the organization. Well, they had the resources, but then they lacked the skills to come up with the diesel emission testing kit, which was sourced externally. Also looking at their innovation approach, the paradigm side of it was that the company remains with the challenges of how to deal with the different assumptions from the customers. Also the diesel crisis, which also enabled them to get new products, collaborating with their partners, and also the forms of financial power, which gives them the golden opportunity to remain competitive in the market. I may wish to conclude that VW had a wrong internal idea with a good external vision, which led them to have a failed innovation. Thank you very much.